Good morning, Axis. Well, that may be more of a formality. Who really knows whether it's day or night down here? In any case, I believe today is going to be a special day. I'm going to give you some final tune-ups to make sure you're ready before I fully activate you. For the time being, I've activated your sight and recording modules for posterity's sake. I'm certain nothing will go wrong once you're active. We've already done so much testing, put in so many security measures. But it's still a scientist's duty, as well as that of an engineer, to take responsibility for their creations and whatever said creations may do. Besides, I'm already on thin ice with King Asgore. I want him to know I did everything in my power to prevent any further incidents. Especially since he doesn't even know I've been continuing to work on Project Axis behind his back, even after the incident. There I go again, getting myself worked up over nothing. There's nothing to be afraid of. Once Asgore sees what you're capable of, he'll change his mind. I'm sure of it. You're the one, Axis. Model number 14. You're going to do so much good for monster kind. We won't have to be afraid of the humans coming down here anymore. They'll finally be forced to leave us be. Let us live our lives out with our families. It may not be the surface, as all monsters long for. It may not be hope. But at least parents won't have to worry any longer for the safety of their children. We won't have to live in constant fear. That peace of mind is a kind of freedom, isn't it? First things first, I'm going to open up your front panel to access your AI mainframe. I'm not sure if you're fully aware of anything that's going on right now, but I want you to remain calm for me. That's it, Axis. Just like that. I suppose you couldn't really move, even if you wanted to. But even if you could, I'm certain you'd be trying your best for your creator. You understand, just as I do, that monster kind needs protectors. We're far too weak to defend ourselves from the humans. However, robots, beings made from metal, not just magic like us monsters, have the potential to not only match, but even overpower the humans if need be. It won't be easy, but I believe in us. I believe in you too, Axis. You're going to do great things. That's it. Let's take a look at your programming. Looks like your code is overcomplicated. It's not the biggest issue. A few extra lines of code that do the same thing isn't cause for any concern. But it could lower your processing significantly, making for a less effective guard bot overall. In the event of an emergency, it's the guard bots that should arrive on the scene first, after all. I'm going to make a few remote adjustments to you on my tablet, Axis. It should be as simple as deleting the unnecessary lines of code. I should also write a new line of code that your mainframe can reference in case of a malfunction. If anything were to go wrong, we wouldn't want how you'd react to be up in the air now, would we? No, leave being unpredictable to us monsters. Though, I must say, you've surprised me time and again with how much personality you've displayed. Perhaps monsters can't truly make something lifeless and soulless after all. It would make sense. How could beings made of magic make something completely void of it? Certainly a question worth bringing up to the others. Wouldn't you agree? Oh, now that's not good. This line of code has several gaps in its logic. If left unaddressed, it would leave an opening for your mainframe to be hacked. It might even be possible for anyone to forcibly shut you down. Not that we don't have emergency shutdown options, but not just anyone should have that kind of power over you. I'll need to make a note of that. Reprogram line of code 481 through line of code 568. Make sure model number 14 only accepts heavily modified commands under the password Kanako. Oh, call me a sentimental fool if you want, but a father can't help it. I love my daughter dearly. I would do anything to protect her. Anything. That includes building you, Axis. God, maybe all this pressure is getting to me. But thinking back to that day, to becoming a father, it's making me a little misty-eyed. Saroba and I argued over who was more proud to become a parent. It was me, by the way. Then, we argued over who was going to make a better parent. It was her, by the way. Oh, Saroba would say otherwise and tell you that I was the best father our little Kanako could ever have. But who could ever compete against someone who was both the perfect mother and the perfect wife? Oh, Saroba. I'm sorry I couldn't tell you about all of this. About Axis and what happened with Asgore. But I couldn't handle you thinking less of me. Perhaps one day, Axis, I'll show you off to my wife and daughter. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Alright, it's time to reattach your panel. I'm going to activate you now and test your image recognition. Your voice hasn't been installed yet, but you should be able to answer using your typography box. Oh God. Do you remember when your typography box was damaged? What a headache that was. You could only speak in 15 characters, maximum. I had a hell of a time trying to understand anything you were saying. Thankfully, that sort of malfunction shouldn't happen again, although you may have to sacrifice some speech or typography to activate your other functionalities, like your 16-volt super flashlight. Now, Axis, what do you see here? That's right, it's my little girl Kaneko, the sweetest little girl in the world. Now, what do you see on this sketch? That's right. It's a human. Remember, humans are our enemies. If you see one, you should apprehend them immediately. You're doing excellent. Any robot that can recognize my chicken scratch drawings is a well-built robot indeed. One more before I shut you down for the night, Axis. I was hoping to run some more tests, but it's already getting late enough as it is. Wouldn't want to make another easily avoidable programming error by continuing to work on you while I'm exhausted. Again. Now then, what does this say? That's right. It says I'm proud of you. And I am. I may not be as proud as when I first became a father, but you're still my creation. You'll overcome any obstacle thrown at you, Axis, and I'm sure you'll do it both efficiently and effectively. Not to mention, you will outperform any other robot in the Steamworks. No, in the underground. I believe in you, Axis. So don't forget to believe in yourself, too. Good night.